Hi Aries. Today we are doing a reading for you to see what you need to be aware of from the 4th to the 10th of August 2025. So thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video. Aries. What does Aries need to know from the 4th to the 10th of August? Spirits. The Queen of Pentacles. So this is you that week, being resourceful, someone that is focused on the home. You could be focused on your work too, focused on stability, balancing your life. Your overview is the Six of Wands. So there's a lot of success here, like that. Your challenge is the Hanged Man for that week. And your guidance, Aries, is the Wheel of Fortune. So you are in control of the wheel. Let's see what you need to be aware of. Tell us about the Queen of Pentacles for Aries. You have the Five of Cups, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so something hasn't worked out in your life, okay? But that was, you know, a blessing in disguise, okay? As much as you wanted it to work here, Aries, whether it's a commitment or something like that. Okay, there's a divine connection, okay, standing behind you, okay, and I feel like you see it that week. So you are focusing on it. You're focusing on the goal. You're trying to bring something into fruition. You're trying to do not very much for what you receive, and it could be a dream of yours with the Star. But it's time to focus on a divine connection, I feel, in your life. And I feel it's with the divine or your angels and ancestors, with something that you are working on. You could also be very focused on home, very focused on maternal energy, no matter what sex you are here, Aries. So your overview for that week is the Six of Wands. So victory, success, and crossing over the finish line, because something has closed out with the Death card. Okay, so you've come back from that battle that didn't work out, but there's going to be good news, okay? There's going to be good news, which is showing you that was meant to close out. You've got Judgment, Scorpio energy, and you have the Nine of Swords. It's a never-ending nightmare, okay? And I feel there's someone that's been watching you here as you go through a never-ending nightmare in your life. Okay, it's a spiritual connection. It could be a Pisces or a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. You've also got Scorpio here. You got Scorpio with Judgment and Death. Okay, so I see that there's going to be victory coming after something hasn't worked out, but you just need to walk out of that. Okay, so I see messages coming towards you to close out a cycle. You could even see something here, Aries, that's going to bring something to the light that's going to make you realize you don't want to be stuck there anymore. Once you move from that position of being in the stalemate, there's going to be some type of reward. Okay, I feel like there's so many things trying to tell you, your intuition's trying to tell you to let go. Okay, and you are. That week you are very focused on self. You are walking away from a never-ending nightmare in your life, as hard as it could have been. Whether this is a relationship, a job, a friendship, a family member, your challenges, though, as I said, you're feeling like in stalemate energy. You've got the Hanged Man. You've got the Two of Pentacles. So you actually need to take action. That's the challenge. Okay, and you actually need to, I feel, stand your ground with the Five of Wands. There's something about you standing in your power. Okay, you've also got the Two of Wands there, so making that decision to stand in your power. You're making a choice to let go of these energies that bring you down. Okay, you're about to rise, okay? So I feel your challenge for that week is to actually get to going, get to moving, okay, Aries? There's something about you getting to get to work, okay? Because this is something that you need to be doing right now. There's no need to be sitting in this Hanged Man energy. I feel like you have some type of enlightenment, or you see a truth here which tells you to get to work, okay? You need to get to work. You need to be starting to turn the wheel again. So your guidance is the Wheel of Fortune. And if you start doing the work, which I see you doing here, Aries, the wheel will start turning again in your favor. I feel like you were giving to something where you weren't listening to your intuition about it. So for the Wheel of Fortune, you have Strength, the Knight of Cups, so taking that action, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, there is something here, this divine connection that you do want, okay, because it could be giving you something. It's loyal to you, and I feel like you need to make sure you're loyal to it, because you will be receiving a reward, I feel, if you're loyal to it here, Aries. Something about being bewitched in the energy. Being strong and pushing the wheel forwards. Doubling up on the good things, letting go of the bad things will bring in good news. Okay, Aries. Let's do your oracle cards for the week. Shadow side. So there could be something about your shadow side here that you need to work with. Okay, you may have some type of attachment issue, or you may have this, it's something, everyone's shadow side is different. You really need to have a look into it. You've got Fool. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, be adventurous. Health. Health issues could arise. So look at your health. Think about your health. As I said, there is something about your shadow side here that you need to work on. Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Yeah, so get moving with that divine connection, Aries. Heart of Source. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. And you have Walking Staff, support, encouragement. So there is a path you need to take right now. And I feel the connection, the divine connection is the staff. Okay, that's your wand. Divine wants you to grab the wand and take the journey. Okay. There's a bit of a breeze that goes across the path here, Aries. So there could be a bit of wind that tries to break up your path. But if you have that strength to push through it, you will get there. So Aries, I wish you all the best from the 4th to the 10th of August. But I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.